Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing really well today. Let's see if this is working. Awesome. I think we're live. Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing really well today. I'm Michelle Legaly. I am the creator of this group, the Empaths and Sensitives Facebook group. Thank you for being a part of our group. It has grown by leaps and bounds. I think we have over 82 or 83,000 members. Like, sensitive souls are coming out of the woodwork, and it's the best thing that it could ever happen because I think we are the healers, the helpers, the light workers. I don't think it, I know it. I know we're the healers, the helpers, and light workers of the world. And as we start to identify that as our truth and we see ourselves in that light, amazing things can happen for us. Oh, thank you, Rachel, for being here. Awesome. Deborah, Dusty, good to see you. Jamie, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Katie and Robin, awesome. Robin from Alaska. Robin, you don't know this, but in my mind, you're Robin Wow because you always post inside of Intuition Circle. You always post things that give me a wow. And I feel like my life is just one wow after another. Like I'm always wanting to wow people or feel wowed. I'm always into like seeing the amazing things in the world and amazing things in people. So you're Robin Wow to me. Linda, good to see you. Teresa, Shan, Jordana, I'm so glad you're here. Kim, Lori, awesome. Okay, today we're doing how to turn your abilities on and off. A lot of you that are on today live are from Intuition Circle. You have a lot more of this content we're going to go over. But I want to give you a piece. I want to give you some pieces of this. So tell me what's going on with I'm talking about intuitive abilities. So let's step back. This group supports empaths and sensitives. Empaths and sensitives have intuitive abilities. We might call them you're sensitive to spirit. You're sensitive to the energy of other people. You're sensitive to the energy of non-physical things. You're sensitive to the sun, maybe, or lack of sun. You're sensitive to chemicals, to drugs. Like, we're sensitive to the physical stuff and non-physical stuff. We are the intuitives, okay? Does that make sense? Lou, good to see you. So we are the intuitives. Now, what do I want to say about this? If you don't identify as an intuitive, if you don't know that about yourself, maybe that's fine. Or maybe it's causing you some struggles because you really don't understand what you're picking up on. Like my example, I had so much anxiety growing up and I still deal with it. But half the time it's not mine. Half the time it's someone else's. And half the time that's how I connect with spirit, or that's how I know mediumship is warming up inside of me. It came through anxiety. I didn't know that though. I just thought I had anxiety. Does that make sense? And I did have it, but not for the reasons that I thought. I thought it was just my problem. And when I started to go, wait, is this part of mediumship? Is this part of picking up on other people's stuff? I had my own inner work to do about anxiety. I had my own stuff. But when I became more aware of what else was going on, my life got better. Does that make sense? Pam says, sensitive to others in need. Yes. Again, I think empaths and sensitives, we are the healers, we're the intuitives, the healers, the helpers, the light workers. And as we step into that and become more aware of how true that is, and what that means for you individually, it's really actually empowering. It's like, okay, I have purpose. I'm called to help and serve. It's exciting. Okay, I went off track, but I thought that was important to go back and go, empath sensitives, we're the intuitives, we're the healers, helpers, light workers. And then we've got our intuitive abilities, and they can be out of whack. How do we manage our intuitive abilities? How do we turn them on and off? First, tell me this in the chat. Do you have more problem turning your abilities on or more problems turning your abilities off? You're either putting, I have a problem turning them on or I have a problem turning them off. Put it in the chat so I can see. Lynn, good to see you. Christine, Tina, Sandy, Valerie, Patricia, write them in the chat. Or maybe you don't have any problem at all. It feels balanced. Deborah says, I can't turn them off. Can't handle it anymore. Off, 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 off. I knew this was the problem. When I teach this inside of Intuition Circle, it's never show me how to, well, some people want to amp it up and learn more and see spirit more. But our first problem is usually we're out of balance and we can't shut it down. Now, here's a few things I've noticed about myself, and I want you guys to think about this. When I'm out of balance, my sensitivity is higher. How about you? When I'm sick, I am more sensitive to everyone, everything, the weather, the this, the that, the family, the anxieties, the collective consciousness. Are you guys in agreement? So step one, notice where you are. I always call this the inner work. We have to know where we are, just us. So number one is get grounded. And everyone, I feel like everyone's going to keep rolling their eyes as we say get grounded. But if you don't know your own energy first, it's very hard to know what's yours and what's not yours. Does that make sense, you guys? Yes or no? I know I'm kind of going all over the place. I hope this is going to make sense. So we got to know our own energy first. And I'm going to take you through an exercise for this. So we understand that the first problem is we've got to learn how to turn it off. I'm going to take you through a technique that I teach inside Intuition Circle, but I want to teach it here and I want you to try it with me now. We're going to actually practice it. Okay, so grounding. I'm just going to talk a little bit about this, but I should probably do a lot more videos and we just ground together. I want you to put your feet on the floor. I want you to tap them on the floor. I want you to rub your hands together. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath in. Blow it all out. And if you're new to this exercise, play along. It won't feel true at first when you do something for the first time. Close your eyes. Anything that doesn't belong to you, I want you to set the intention to let it go. Anything that doesn't belong to you. Your kids' problems, your significant other's stuff, your mom's stuff, your friend's stuff, the world's crappy crap right now. Release it from you now. Set that intention. It does not mean it's going to be worse for them. I promise. We're not supposed to carry everybody else's stuff. So everything that you unconsciously and consciously tried to take to help, let it go right now. Let it go. And I just want you to keep saying, let it go. I'm letting it go. Everyone else's stuff, I'm letting go in an effort to feel my own energy, to feel myself. I want you to feel it leaving your chest, your shoulders, your back, your spine, your throat, your head. Keep letting go. Imagine just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Let it go. Just pretend with me. Keep letting stuff go. I let it all go now. Keep going. I let it all go. And notice what it feels like. You might even feel shaky letting it go. It might feel weird. I let it go. I let it go. I let it go. We can always get it back, but right now I'm doing this exercise with Michelle and I'm letting it go. Good. Feel yourself. And then any energy that you gave to someone else, I want you to pull all of your energy back and fill your body up, your mind up, your spirit, your energy. So just set the intention now. I call all my energy back to me. I call all my own energy back to me. If you feel other people's stuff creeping back in, send it back. You're not taking it for this moment. I want you to be kind of a badass right now. I want you to have a lot of discipline and boundaries right now. Call only your energy back to you. I want you to see your energy as a color. What color are you? Pick a color. Pick your favorite color if you want. I'm going to be green right now. I only am accepting green rays of light to come in me, or green energy. If you don't see color, that's okay. Just feel the color. All other colors have to leave you right now as you fill up with your favorite color. Your body, your cells, your organs, your thoughts can only be your favorite color right now. Are you able to do that? Stick with me. Stick with me. I want you to imagine, sense, and feel yourself, your color. You are that color. Are you able to do that? Okay, open your eyes, look at me. Hold, but I want you to, in your mind, you're holding the color. I have to hold, it's like I'm chewing gum and walking at the same time. I have to hold green in my head and talk to you. And what I want to do right now is pour my green into you, but I'm not allowed. It's an exercise in me holding my energy. I'm going to hold my green and talk to you. And I want you to hold your color and listen to me. Are you trying this? It's a little bit like chewing gum and walking or the pat pat roll, or whatever this thing is. Practice it right now. Like I'm saying in my head, I'm holding the green. I'm holding my green. I'm holding my green. Or maybe you're just saying, I'm holding my energy. But for me, I have to attach it to something like green or a feeling. Are you able to do it? Are you able to do it? Hold. Now, keep doing that. I want you to hold. It's like we're doing a plank together and it might get wobbly. What I want you to do, this is the exercise I want you to do today. I want you to hold your color. And I want you to, like, maybe you'll notice you're on Facebook. And then I want you to check your color, your feelings. Did it change? When you're talking to someone on the phone or on the computer or in your family, did you hold your color? Did you actually try to take some of their color to help them in some way? Give them their color back. Did your color seep into them? Does that make sense? Tina says, I saw green just before you said green. It's not my favorite color, but it's what I saw. So Tina, I bet you were picking up on mine. That's, I call that psychic. It's intuitive. It's just a gift you have. It's awesome. But we want to be aware of our gifts and use them to serve us, to create the best lives. And then we use our gifts to serve others so they can have great lives. Does that make sense? We don't want to have our gifts and be confused about them and they make our lives less than optimal. We want to like wake up like, wait, who am I? What gifts do I have? Wow, I didn't know this was this. Wow, I can do this. Like I want you to, like, we're waking up to who we are and what we can do to make our lives great. Like we are meant to come here and be great and do great things and help others. Robin's the color of tea. Yes, Tina, awesome. Yes. Okay, share with me in the chat, what color did you create for yourself? And I know some of you are going to say, Michelle, I don't see color. I don't feel color. That's fine. Just grab the feeling. I don't really see color either. I just know colors in my head. They don't come to me. I don't see them. I just feel and know them. Oh. Rachel thought the same thing. And then she saw gold, yellow, and gold. I felt chills. I feel like me and my energy, and it's amazing. Amazing, Rachel. And that's funny. I see you as yellow, gold also. Awesome. Yellow, opal. I feel the energy. Good, good. Purple. That's a very helpful exercise. I like to materialize and grab a hold to it. It makes it easier. Thank you. Good, Deborah. Yellow, violet. Okay, let's go back. So you've got this tool now. That's all that is. Like it's a tool, but we have to. It's just like anything. Like if you said to me, Michelle, I want a stronger muscle here, I would say, do these push-ups with me. And if you did them once, you have the experience. But if you do them every day, you build the muscle, right? I want you to build this muscle of holding your color and noticing when the color drains or when other people's colors come in and now you're a different color and you didn't even know you turned into a different color and you don't feel like yourself and you have anxiety, give everyone back their colors. Does that make sense? Now you're saying to me, what does this have to do with turning my abilities on and off? And I'm not sure. Let's double check. But this is what I was called to share with you this morning. How does it, okay, number one, I got to go back to something else. Turning your abilities on and off, most of you are having trouble turning them off. So this is why I wanted to do this. Let's address turning them off. The way I want you to practice turning them off is holding your own colors and giving everybody else their colors. Does that make sense? I love turquoise. That makes sense for you, Katie. This is how you're going to practice turning your abilities off. Does that make sense? Pam says the color is like our force field. Love it. Yes, love it. So if you say to me, Michelle, but wait, how am I supposed to turn my abilities off? We're coming back to this. You're going to hold your color. And what I'm learning about myself and others, it's something that came to me many years ago when I was in mediumship, and my own guidance said to me, Michelle, your job on earth is to help people become conscious of the unconscious. Conscious of the unconscious. And I went into mediumship. And what's mediumship? I was able to pick up on people who had crossed over and relay the message. Wasn't that something that was unconscious to the client and then it became conscious? Then I moved into hypnotherapy. What was I doing there? We were literally speaking to deeper parts of someone and helping them what was in the subconscious, what was unconscious to them, and bringing it into consciousness. We're doing the same thing right now when I say to you, hey, look at your abilities. You were on some level, I'm trying to help you become more conscious of your abilities and who you are. I'm doing the same thing. Does that make sense? I don't even know why I shared that with you. But so all we're doing right now is you already have everything. You already have abilities. You're not totally conscious of what you're capable of and what it means to you. Me too, I'm still developing. Nobody is. We're all evolving. Does that make sense? So this first thing of turning your abilities on and off, the only thing I knew I wanted to address the off more than the on. I'll address the on in a second, but the off exercise is you staying conscious to the color. You staying conscious and holding your color, and you being conscious all day long, today, tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. Build the muscle of, wow, they really leaked into me. I give it back. Wow, I really held my color. This will teach you how to maintain your abilities. And then there's some other things you can do, but I just want to go through this one today. The last thing I want to share with you is turning your abilities on. If you're someone and you know you want to develop your abilities, you know you want to learn more about like what you've got and what that means for you, I'm having a masterclass February 10th. So it's not this Wednesday, it's next Wednesday, I believe. 1 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time. And I put the link inside the description, and I'll make sure to put the link here if anybody raises their hand and wants it. But I'm going to have a free masterclass. It's going to be for about an hour. We're going to go through all different tools and techniques together, not just about turning your abilities on and off, but a lot of things about shielding your energy, about learning like, is your strongest ability clairsentience, clairaudience, claircognizance, clairvoyance, and there's a few others, but those are the 4 biggies. Like, it's really about waking up to who you are. And what else? Like you have it already. Sometimes we need a teacher or an experience for you to like break through and see another level of yourself. Does that make sense? If you want the link to that class to register, just say me in the chat and I'll make sure I go back and get that. Okay, I hope this was helpful today. Do you have any questions? Put them in the chat right now. Awesome. Teresa, I'll make sure you get the link. Jamie, yes. Pamela, I'll make sure you get the link. It's in the description, I believe, but I will definitely make sure I add it, reply to yours and give you that. Who has a question? Yes, Peggy, I'll make sure you get it. Jamie, yes. Lynn, absolutely. It's going to be February 10th, and that's on a Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern time. Katie, absolutely. Ban, absolutely. Or Bon. Yes, good, Rachel. Oh, you're welcome, Jamie. Awesome. Okay. Um, so what's if you want homework? Your homework, anybody know what the homework is? Homework is come to the free masterclass if you want to. Just put me in the chat. I'll make sure you get the link. But your other homework is practice holding your color, letting go of other people's energy slash color, and calling yours back to you, holding yours. It doesn't mean we don't love those people. It doesn't mean we don't care. It means we're in the practice of holding our energy. That's it. It might feel weird in the beginning, but do it anyway. Okay, do I see any questions? Teresa, others' energy is different from guides' energy, right? Absolutely. For me, it is, Teresa. And you differentiating between like another human being's energy and your guide's energy is practice. Come, like, join us in Intuition Circle. It's something we do all the time. I'm going to give you an example of mine. My guide's energy comes in two ways. I have one guide who's my dad passed away in 2011, and he's been my guide in spirit. He was my guide as a human, and then in spirit now, he comes in like this to my left, and it feels like this whoosh, because I'm a feeler, and I feel whoosh. When I feel the whoosh feeling, I know my dad's connecting with me, and I tap in and I get the information. I have another guide who comes this way. He comes directly forward, and he's got a beard. He's an Asian man with a really long beard, and it's the shape of a triangle. And I don't really see him, but I feel the triangle. It's a triangle this way. And when I feel that triangle coming to me this way, I know it's my guide that's been with me this entire lifetime. Does that make sense? And then I have other guides, and you do too if you want to believe this. If you don't believe this and you have a different belief system, it's okay. Believe what's true to you. For me, I also believe other guides come into my life for my age and what's coming up in my life. And I feel them this way, like on the sides. And I know a new guide is coming in. Does that make sense? I feel humans just right here because I'm human too. And I can feel what they're feeling. And it just feels so human to me. Does that make sense? Was that helpful? Katie, yes, I'm going to guide you in turning them on. I would really like to spend more time doing that on the free masterclass. It's coming up on the February 10th. Come to that class. I'm going to spend an entire hour on activating your unique guidance or your unique clairs. Whether we're really going to amp that up, we're going to figure out which one are you. Are you a seer, a feeler, a hearer, or a knower? And we're going to tap into that and turn that one on and up. Does that make sense? This class today, I knew more of you would say, I'm having a problem turning it off. So I really wanted to hone in on that. And we use the color exercise for that. Is that helpful, Katie? Teresa, did that help you? Savannah says, how often are your classes? Are you talking about, so I'm having a free masterclass, Savannah, February 10th, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern. You can register in the link above. And then I have a group called Intuition Circle. It's my membership for women who want to develop their psychic and intuitive abilities in a grounded and safe space. I'm the main teacher. For the last 6 months, we've had another teacher come in every once in a while. Like this month, we're doing mediumship because we're interested in that. So I have a medium coming in this month who specializes in mediumship. And then in March, we have another medium coming in. Each month we have a different theme. Last month we did manifesting with our spirit guides and connecting with our spirit guides. I hope that's helpful. So we have several classes inside Intuition Circle a month. I will, Anybody who wants the link to Intuition Circle, just also put me in the chat. I'll make sure you get that link if you're interested in that. You can also go to michellelegale.com, look up Intuition Circle, and it'll pop right up for you. It'll give you all the details. But we have about 4 to 5 classes each month, and then lots of master classes and recordings there for you already. Lots of trainings. Stand firm in your color. Yes, Rachel, I love that. Sandy says, how do we politely share what is received? That's a really good question, Sandy. It depends. Like I've gone through different phases of this. Here's where I'm at with it now, but I also do this for a living. I don't share information anymore. I used to, as when I was a student of mediumship and psychic work, I was out of balance. I didn't know any better yet, and I would blurt things out, or I'd say, I don't know how to tell it. Now, I'm wiser about this, and what I do today is I tell spirit. I put the ball in the person's court. Like if spirit comes to me when I'm talking to someone and I get a message, I'll just say, you need to get that person to tell me something. Tell them to say something. Tell them, give me some opening that they're open to receiving this. But I rarely open my mouth anymore and say, I just got a message. Would you like it? Because we need boundaries. I want to hold my color. I don't want to be working all the time. We want to be ourselves sometimes. Does that make sense? Awesome. Good. I hope that was helpful. Lynn, you said, will they feel us differently? What do you mean by that? Will they feel us differently? And I've got to watch my time. I have about 2 minutes left. Will they feel us differently? You mean the people, I think I know what you mean. Like when we give people their energy back, will they feel us differently? Is that what you mean, Lynn? Yes or no? I'm going to scroll through here. I'm going to answer it that way if, oh, thank you for putting the links. I see a few people in the chat. Thank you. Okay, awesome. I'm going to answer this the way I think you mean it. So what did you just ask, Lynn? So I'm going to talk about human beings. As we do this energy thing, as we hold our color and give their color back and pull our color, will they feel differently? There's only 2 things that could happen. Nothing changes, they don't notice it, and only you notice you feeling better, or they notice it. Those are the only 2 things that could happen. If they don't notice it and you just start to feel better, nothing else to do. Okay, it's all good. What I do see happening a lot in my own life and others, they notice it. Now what's not conscious to them, they're not going to say, hey, Michelle, you gave me my color back and you've been holding that for 20 years for me and I'm pissed. Like they don't know that. They'll just go, something feels off. Something feels weird. Something feels different. That's all they know. They're not conscious of what the action you took. So, and that can come out in different ways. Like I've had family members that I've done this with. I did it with my mom years ago. I did this exercise where I released the baggage that I thought I carried that wasn't mine. That day she called me and said, give me back any luggage that you have ever borrowed from me. She was so mad at me. And we never get headbutts. We always keep it nice between us. And that day she called me and was so frustrated with me. And it was that day that I had done this exercise in giving her baggage back. Maybe we need to do that together too. So do you see on her end, all she felt was agitation and she kind of lashed out a little bit? It was fascinating. I didn't take it personally because that's when I knew back then, this was many years ago, I'm like, this works. Some people don't feel it and some people do feel the change. And don't take it personally if they come out and are a little aggressive or lashing out a little bit or frustrated with you, because they don't know any better. They're just feeling wobbly on the inside. You've changed the rules of the game unconsciously, energetically, and it's scary. And sometimes when people are scared of the change, it can come out as, vulnerable and wobbly and a little aggressive and frustrated. Does that make sense? Okay, Lynn, that is exactly what I was asking. Will the people in our life react to it? Well, did I answer that, Lynn? I have seen it happen where they have a reaction. And I don't want you to react. I want you to go, wow, this color thing works. And you're the one who changed the rules of the game. You're the one who's working energetically and you changed the dynamic. I don't want to say we're at fault, but we're the one who changed the game. And it can be scary for other people. This is unconscious in them. It can be scary for them. They're like, well, something's changed. And it's scary for them. It's not as secure as it was before. Does that make sense? So just keep loving those people. You might even want to say, I didn't share with my mom when I did the baggage exercise, which maybe if you guys want to do it, you have to let me know. I'll take you through it. Um, I I would have been a better daughter if I would have said, Mom, the weirdest thing happened. I did this meditation today and I gave you back baggage. And then later on, you were mad at me and asked for luggage back. Isn't this crazy? Like, that would have been a nice thing for me to do. I didn't think like that back then. I would do it today. So we can share. It's really helpful as I learn and grow and become more aware that I share with my family. I'm like, listen to this thing that just happened. Could we be butting heads right now because of that? Hey, what do you think? Like, my husband and I, we're so much better now because we talk this way. Hey, I noticed this. Is this a pattern? Did you see this? You know what I mean? Like, we have those conversations like this. Our lives are better. Okay. One more, and then I'm late for my next thing. Is it possible to comfort them without losing my energy? Yes, Lynn. I think the best way to comfort them without losing your energies is to tell the truth, like I should have done with my mom and said, Mom, thanks for calling me. I can feel you're frustrated. Hold the color, but listen to what happened today and just share with them. They might not accept it, and it's okay to just let them go and call your color back to you. And it's going to feel weird because you changed the rules of the game with that person. And it's okay. Be okay with the weird feeling. It's weird because it's not the same as it was. That's why it's weird. Weird doesn't mean wrong. Weird means if it feels off or weird, it's because you're doing it differently and you don't have a lot of associations to the new way yet. But hold it anyway. Does that make sense? Okay, yes. Okay, we'll do the baggage meditation together one time. I think that would be great. I think it'd be so cool. How many of our mothers will call us or our siblings or whatever, and just it would be so cool to do that. I will definitely put that on our list to do. Thank you so much for talking with me today. Hope this was helpful. If you want more of this, come to the free masterclass February 10th, 1 o'clock. The registration is inside the description of this video. And I'll see you then. Some of you I know wanted to hear about Intuition Circle. You got the link to that also. You're welcome to join us especially if you're interested in mediumship. That's what we're doing this month. We're going to dive into that. It doesn't mean you're a medium or you want to be a medium. It's just, are you interested in discovering that, learning more about it, and what that means for you? Awesome. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.